Hey y'all. All right, so today I'm going to be talking about multiplying decimals. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't really have a hack. Just put it right on this side. I don't have a hack, but I am giving a test on multiplying decimals and on decimals and fractions in general. So I did want to just go ahead and go over a multiplying decimals problem, maybe two. I'll start off basic and then I'll do a more challenging one. And just so if you're at home and you have homework like this, it's just a little review. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna start with a problem like 2.91 times 0.4. So it's a multi-digit decimal times a single-digit decimal. So these ones, it's really easy to build off of this because we're going from single to double. So we have 2.91 times 0.4. Very important. Do not line up the decimals. So, do not line up decimals. Very important. Do not line up the decimals. You would just have to add zeros, but then that's just going to be more work for you. So here we go. I have 4 times 1. You just do your times tables. You're going to multiply this bottom number by every single number up here, okay? If you're a sports fan, I like to always say you think of these numbers down here as the quarterback. When they're at practice, they have to practice with every running back. Is running back right? Anyway, they have to practice with every running back. So this number cannot be done until it throws to every single running back. So here we go. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 9 is 36, carry the 3. So when you look at it, you're reading from left to right. 36. And then we have 4 times 2 is 8. And then 8 plus 3 is 11. Now, this is the tricky part, knowing what to do with your decimals. So there's a few ways to do this. You could either do the little loop-to-loops and move them, and however time you move them over, you move them back in the answer. I don't prefer that way, but I will do it that way. Because it is the most popular. I like to just underline. I like to count how many numbers are behind the decimal. So just to show you the way that I do it. This is what I do. I underline every number in my question that's behind a decimal. So you see the decimal behind it, 1, 2, 3. So down here, I start over here and I underline 1, 2, 3 numbers, 1, 2, 3. And then I put a decimal and that would be my answer. Now it's the same thing except you would just do the loops. Like this. You would just do 1, 2, 3. I took 3, so I have to give 3. 1, 2, 3. Same method. I just think that the other way looks cleaner, but that's just personal preference. All right, so let's do a little more of a difficult one. Once again, do not line up the decimals. I'm going to do 35.263 times 0.29. Now, this 0 is not necessary. If you read this as money, how much money is that? This right here. It's 29 cents. So this 0 is really not necessary. Don't give yourself more work to do if you don't need to. So I'm going to set it up. 35.263 times 0.29. Now, let's say that it's set up like this. Okay? I'm going to be honest with you. The way that I do it is I put whatever number has the most digits on the top. And I will show you both ways. The second way, I'm just going to do it very quickly if I can, because that way always throws me off. So here we go. I am not going to line up my decimals. I'm going to do 35.263 thousandths times 0.29. We don't line up the decimal. And same thing that we just did. We will not be done with 9 until it multiplies by every single number up here. A huge mistake is a lot of kids will do 9 times 3, 2 times 6, 2 times 0, 5 times 0, 3 times 0. That is not how you multiply multi-digits. It's not adding and subtracting. We're not going from the top to the bottom. This is football. This quarterback has to practice with every single running back before it's done. And then it takes a seat. And then this number goes. So here we go. 9 times 3 is 27, 54, 55, 56, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 45, 46, 47, 27. Okay, and now I am done with 9. Now this is a me thing. I cross off every number that I'm done with, and then I put that same amount of X's. All right, so next one. We start here. Now this is really big. A lot of teachers teach that you put a place value holder, and some of them do explain why, but some of them don't. A lot of times my kids don't know why we do that. So, and I don't necessarily know if this is really the reason, but it makes sense to my kids. So here we go. When I multiplied 9 times 3, that very first answer went directly underneath of it because this is where our multiplication starts, multiplication. So if I did that over here, I have to do that for every number, which means when I multiply by this 2, my very first answer, the answer to 2 times 3 should be going right below my 2. And if I was over here, if I had a number here, if I had a 1, and I'm in my next row, my very next answer, my very first answer would have to go underneath of that 1 because that's how we started it. You have to keep it even and consistent. So since my first answer was below my number, my next answer has to be below my number as well. And so you just put the place value holders. Most people put X's, I just put zeros. Or most people put zeros, I put X's. So here we go. And I'm done with this. So 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 6 is 12. And just cut off all my numbers. 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5. 2 times 5 is 10, carry the 1. 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1 is 7. Okay, after that, I add my numbers together and I get 7, 12, 6, 12, 8, and 9. And then same thing. I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have to give 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how you do it. Now, really quickly, I'm going to show you the other way. I'm not going to do much talking. I'm just going to show you. So if you set it up like this, 0.29 times right? It's going to look like this. I don't even know if I'll have enough space. 3 times 9 is 27. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 2 is 8. Done with that, I put an X. 6 times 9, 54. 6 times 2 is 12. Plus 5 is 17. I have 2 X's, I put 2. 2 times 9 is 18, carry the 1. 2 times 2 plus 1 is 5. I have 3 X's. So your problem is going to be like half of the page. I would not suggest doing that. I would always put the number that has the most numbers on the top. It's going to take up less space. I hope this helped. Bye.